If you are a Christian, you do not need a title to share the word of God. You don't have to be a priest, you don't have to be a pastor, and you most definitely do not have to be a prophet, okay? In the Old Testament, there were prophets. In the New Testament, Jesus talks about discipleship. And in Acts chapter 4 verse 13, listen to what it says. It says the members of the council were amazed when they saw the boldness of Peter and John, for they could see they were ordinary men with no special training in the scriptures. They also recognized them as men who had been with Jesus. Now, the Bible also says that you do have to study to show yourself approved. But it says right here in Acts 4:13 that they were just ordinary men. And I think Jesus was very intentional when he chose ordinary men to be his disciples. He chose a fisherman to fish for people. He chose a tax collector to collect people. And I think that it's very telling why he didn't choose religious people, because in the end, those were the people who ended up killing him or murdering him, who wanted him to be put to death. Religious people. And the Bible clearly distinguishes Jesus from religious people. And we have those same people in this world today. They're religious people. I call them church folk, that are actually keeping people away from Jesus instead of helping people to navigate toward Jesus. And then here's the thing. Jesus says in Matthew 9 verse 37 through 38, he said to his disciples, the harvest is great, but the workers are few. So pray to the Lord who is in charge of the harvest. Ask him to send more workers into his field. So Jesus was about discipleship. And also in Mark 28:20, he says, teach these new disciples to obey all commands I have given you, and be sure of this, I am with you always, even to the end of age. So discipleship, it's really all about discipleship. And sometimes you may be the only person that that person may not ever step foot in a church. You may be the person that disciples that person closer to Jesus. It could be on your job, it could be at an event. It doesn't matter what it is. And I think we have to get back to discipleship. It's all about discipling people and bringing them closer to God. I'm not saying, I don't have anything to say about the whole prophet thing that's going on, but I just want to say that you don't have to have a title. And I think we live in a culture now where people look at all the people with titles. And this is the thing, just because somebody has a title from the church does not mean they have a heart for God's people. And it doesn't mean that they have a heart that's after God. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of that, that you don't have to have a title to share the word of God. Okay?